Hi guys, so I've been wanting to do like a LUSH week review thing. Not too sure how that's gonna like work because I have got quite a few LUSH products, things that I've filmed before and just haven't got around to uploading yet, and things that I have yet to upload and film, such as this one. So yeah, it might be more than a week and it might just be scattered between other kind of videos so you don't get bored of like the content that I'm providing. But yeah, hopefully that's alright, and I guess this will be the first one seeing as this is the introduction to it. So yeah, I actually got and finished the Movis face soap exfoliator quite a few months ago. I loved it actually, I really did enjoy it. So I'm just going to split this into a nice easy pros and cons of the product. I have got my review written down, so hopefully I don't seem too hazy because it was a while ago that I used it and that I wrote this down. But yeah, hopefully it flows nicely. So I think I'll start with the cons, just because, you know, get the negativity out of the way first, and there are less of those than the pros. So the way I used this Movis soap bar was I pulled chunks off to use so the whole thing didn't get messy and kind of like gunky from the water and everything. But when I was doing it, I found it really sticky and quite difficult to pull apart. It just made a mess. It went up my nails. It was just quite a hassle to pull off. I got used to it eventually, obviously, but you know, I think that's just the main thing you need to know. It is a sticky, toffee feeling like product, and it will be messy. As well as that, it looked like little bits of shit was flecked everywhere when I was rinsing my face off and when I was just pulling it apart. So be sure to rinse that away in case people start to think you're going to crap in your sink, because that's not nice. My mum kept saying, "Jen, what is this brown stuff in the sink?" And I'm like, it's just my face wash. I haven't done anything nasty, okay, I promise. So yeah, I guess that's another con. And the last con that I have to say is when I was rinsing it off of my face, I didn't feel like the whole thing was coming off. It felt like I had some sort of slightly greased film over my skin, like just some strange residue, and it was little bits of the soap was sticking to my face towel, and it was super sticky to get out of the cotton or the material, whatever my towel's made out of. So that was a bit of a hassle as well. Came off in the washing machine, but I don't know if this is gross or not. I used my face towel for like a week before I put it in the wash. I kind of alternate the sides, if that makes sense. I'm very particular, but yeah, obviously me using that for the rest of the week, I don't want to put that stickiness back on my face, if that makes sense. I'm probably just a gross person and you probably won't find that an issue. So on to the happiness of the pros now. Obviously, like quite a lot of their soaps, it is customizable size and price, and the people at LUSH that were serving me seemed to be very happy to help. They didn't mind when I kept saying, "Can I have it smaller please, can you cut it smaller," because I wanted to get to I think 100 grams, and it was just a little over every so often. But I was very happy to with what they gave me and the price I paid, and they were very happy to help. So it just made me want to buy it, you know. It made me feel, you know what, yes, it was worth it. It was surprisingly easy to apply. As I said earlier, the messiness of peeling it was annoying, but when I was using it, I actually kind of put that little ball of it into my hand, got that wet with some water so it lathered up a little bit, got my face wet, and kind of just pressed it between my palm and then separated it like that, and it was so nice. Like it washed really well. Like it wasn't a mess. It was going where I needed it to go, and it was just, I think the way that I did it helped that as well. It was easy to wash off, but as I said, I did get a residue. It lathers wonderfully, and it definitely feels like it exfoliates. Like when you're touching the Movis soap, it does feel a bit gravelly, but it's so gentle. Like it's not harsh at all. You definitely feel like you're getting a good scrub out of it, a good wash out of it, but it doesn't hurt. I actually think the stickiness of it counteracts it a little bit. It kind of makes it a bit more soft. Some days I noticed that residue, that weird residue that I mentioned in the cons, was horrible. Other days I felt like it was a nice bouncy film that kind of protected my skin, depending, I think it depended on how wet I got the soap and how much I let it lather up. So that was kind of dependable. And when it was on good days, it didn't feel heavy or greasy, but when it was on the bad days, it did feel like, oh my gosh, my face is sticky with this residue. That sounded weird. It holds together really nicely when it's in use, so it feels like I've got like a rubber ball or something in my hand. It just sticks really nicely together and kind of just goes in the places you want it to go. And I definitely feel like a little goes a long way. It was super nice. Like it lasted a while, and as I said, I probably got about that much in size, but it was like a thick piece, 100 grams around that. So yeah, it definitely a little goes a long way. It was a great product, definitely had more pros than cons. Obviously some of the cons are very particular, so if you're not really into what I said in the cons, then you might not like it as a whole. But in my opinion, the pros definitely outweigh the cons, and I would definitely get it again. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this kind of Lush week slash dotted in between other videos goes well. I just kind of want to get them out before I forget and it gets like to a 2-year mark and I've not done this review yet. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it here, and thank you very much for watching. Bye.